NBC6 is your local election headquarters. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards calls for a special session to redraw the state's congressional district maps before the upcoming election.
It comes a day after a federal judge ruled in favor of a lawsuit claiming the maps do not accurately represent the state's population. We caught up with a local state rep, one of the suit's plaintiffs, and the Secretary of State to find out what's next.
I'm thankful that the courts have looked at the evidence, rendered a decision based on the merits of that evidence.
District 2 State Rep Sam Jenkins reacts to the federal judge's ruling. He was one of the most vocal in opposition of the Louisiana legislature not changing its congressional maps despite a significant shift in the state's population.
It's very clear that 1/3 of the population is a population of color. If we have 6 congressional districts, 2 of them would be the fair thing to do. I just don't understand why it's such a heavy lift to get to that point.
2020 census data showed a nearly 4% increase in the state's black population since 2010, while the white population declined by 6.3%. When no change was made, Ashley Shelton, CEO of the Power Coalition, along with the NAACP and 9 Louisiana voters, filed suit.
I mean, this was historic participation in a redistricting process by not only communities of color, but everyone in this state. And for her to basically, codify with her ruling the fact that folks asked for a fair and equitable process, which they did not receive through the legislative process. And so she honored what the people of this state have been asking for, both white, black, young, and old.
The judge's ruling led to Governor Edwards calling lawmakers back to Baton Rouge to oblige and change the maps to reflect the state's population. Secretary of State Kyle Ardoin says an appeal has been filed and a final decision on the maps has to come soon.
Well, we've already implemented the new plan that was passed by the legislature and the veto override of the governor. So June 22nd is the drop dead date, but the bottom line is that's only time frame for tweaking. We're a month and a half away from qualifying, and so we need to really have that done.
I think the governor has done the right thing to call us back into session and give us as a legislative body to do the right thing and to produce maps that would fairly show 2 black districts in the state of Louisiana.
They will do so in short time. The special session gets underway the week of June 20th.